Russia has deployed 1 lakh troops and has made significant advancement into Ukraine's Pokrovsk. Putin says Donbas is now legally part of Russia. However, Kyiv and most Western nations reject Moscow's seizure of the territory as an illegal land grab. Ukraine is trying hard to dislodge Russia's troops. Now, Pokrovsk is a city that Russia has been trying to capture for over a year. But why is Russia so desperate to win the battle in Pokrovsk? Pokrovsk is a road and rail hub in Ukraine's eastern Donetsk region with a pre-war population of some 60,000 people. Most people have now fled, all children have been evacuated, and few civilians remain amid its pulverized apartment buildings and cratered roads. Ukraine's only mine-producing coking coal used in its once vast steel industry is around 10 kilometers west of Pokrovsk. Russia wants to take the whole of Donbas region, which comprises the Luhansk and Donetsk provinces. Notably, Ukraine still controls about 10% of Donbas, an area of about 5,000 square kilometers in western Donetsk. Capturing Pokrovsk, which is dubbed the gateway to Donetsk by Russian media, and Konstantinivka to its northeast, which Russian forces are also trying to envelop, would give Moscow a platform to drive north towards the two biggest remaining Ukrainian-controlled cities in Donetsk and Sloviansk. Now, this would also give Moscow its most important single territorial gain inside Ukraine since it took the ruined city of Avdiivka in early 2024. Zelenskyy had described the situation in Pokrovsk as being difficult, adding that the town is witnessing widespread fierce fighting after sabotage groups entered the region. Now, Russia has been threatening Pokrovsk for more than a year. Instead of the full frontal assaults it used in earlier battles, Russia's military is using a pincer movement to gradually encircle Pokrovsk and threaten Ukrainian supply lines. Moscow's military has been inching forward towards Pokrovsk for over a year. However, Zelenskyy rejected recent Russian claims that the devastated city is surrounded after more than a year of fighting. He acknowledged that some Russian units had infiltrated the city, but insisted that Ukrainian defenders are weeding them out. The Ukrainian military later said on November 3rd that Russia did not fully control any district in Pokrovsk and that its own forces had made gains near the town of Dobropilya in the same region to try to force Moscow to divert its focus away from Pokrovsk.
Покровськ. Ворог успіху не мав за останні дні. 26-30% від всіх бойових дій на фронті відбуваються в Покровську. Причому застосування кабів 50% від всіх застосування кабів йде на Покровськ. Тобто ви розумієте, як наше непросто. У Покровську ми говорили вам пару сотень людей, вважають наші від 260 до 300 русських.
The war has this year been deadlier for civilians than 2024, with a 30% rise in casualties so far, the UN humanitarian coordinator in Ukraine has shared. Russia's almost daily aerial attacks on Ukrainian energy production and distribution facilities are especially worrying because the winter is forecast to be much colder than last year. Ukraine has been fighting back by hitting targets inside Russia to disrupt military logistics and make Russian civilians feel the same effects of the war. Since the beginning of the year, Ukraine has conducted over 160 successful long-range strikes on Russia's oil extraction and refining facilities.